Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram, Rama Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Ram Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Raya. Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Bhagwan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki Jaya. Sarvam Yogi Ramsuratkumar Arpanamastu. It is by His compassion and grace that we have been able to do this chanting for 1 hour in the auspicious evening twilight time. With gratitude, we have offered these Nama lotuses at His lotus feet, just as we have been offering the Seva lotuses as well, by being instruments in His hands, by being aware that we are only instruments in the hands of the Divine, that He is the real doer. And so, whatever work we do truly belongs to Him, and we have to offer it back to Him, since we think that we are doing it. Now, this is something which I have already shared with you, but certain things it's better to share again. It's only manana. Like how the great souls respond to the questions like, please tell me what my future is. Many people go to Jnanis with the intention of knowing something about their future. But that is to be addressed to an astrologer. An astrologer is very, very different from a jnani. The job of a jnani is to uplift you to a higher level of thinking, a higher level of living. So he will not tell you what your future is. Now we shall see how two great souls responded to this question. Somebody approached Ramana Bhagavan and said, please tell me, Swami, what my future is. You are Bhagwan. People call you Bhagwan. So you must be knowing everything. Please tell me what my future is. To which Bhagwan Shri Maharishi said, if you think that I am Bhagwan, then I am at that level where I can see everyone else only as Bhagwan. I cannot see anyone else apart from me. Everything and everyone is part of me. And so, to me, everyone is only Bhagwan. A Brahmajnani will see only Brahman in every creature. He cannot see anything else. But if you think that I am not Bhagwan, then I am as much an individual as you are. Then I know only as much as you know about your future. Either way, this question cannot be answered. This is what Sri Ramana Bhagavan said to this man. They are here to teach us how to live the present moment, how to keep our mind on God every moment, to live in the present, not think of the past, which is a bygone, nor should we think of the future because it's uncertain and we do not know at all what's going to happen. Whatever we think, it can only be an imagination based upon our experience of the past. So the Mahatmas are here to tell us how to live in the present moment, which is the only reality. Now, someone came to Yogi Ramsuratkumar Bhagwan and put the same question. He was a higher officer, so when he put this question to Bhagwan, we were all eager to know what he had to say. Swami, please, can you tell me about my future? Then, pat came the reply from Bhagwan, who said, "Oh, this beggar does not know even the present. How can he tell you anything at all about future?" And then he went into peals of laughter. His inimitable, cascading laughter, which he could not stop for a little while. And then he said, "My friend, the past is Father, the present is Father, the future is Father. Father alone exists. There is nothing else, no one else." Another time, he said to me, when I referred to a group of people, we were going in the car back to Sudama from the ashram after Bhagwan's darshan to people, when a group of foreigners, the group was coming in the opposite direction. So it happened at one point, we could see them nearby and they could see us. Generally, people would recognize Bhagwan and salute. But these foreigners were so indifferent, they just looked straight. But Bhagwan, for his part, was giving them a brilliant, beautiful, bewitching smile. And yet, they did not have the courtesy to return the smile, nor did they bother to. They went straight ahead. Now, I felt very bad because there are people and people who wait for a smile like this. I used to tease him that it's $1 million smile and that people would wait, but this smile would not be forthcoming. But here he was so generously giving this brilliant smile to those people, and that in vain. So I was asking him, I said, "Bhagwan, why would you waste such a beautiful smile upon those people who don't respond to it?" He said, "Oh, Devaki, Father wanted this beggar to smile to them, so this beggar smiled." For him, everything happens only by Father's command. I said, "They are total strangers, Bhagwan." Devaki, no one is a stranger to this beggar. So a minute before, he spoke like an innocent child. He said, "Oh, Devaki, Father wanted this beggar to smile, so this beggar smiled." And a moment's pass, and then he says, "Devaki, no one is a stranger to this beggar." So there you are. This is the greatness of these great souls. They are not confined to time and space to tell us at what moment what happens to people. They live beyond the beyond. And yet, they have compassion and kindness to shower their blessings upon us so that we get uplifted. For that is their aim, that we evolve more and more to perfection. And that's why they come. This is a food for thought, because we go to Mahatmas to learn how to live in the present, how to handle the present in the first place.
The past has been pressing down upon us with its heaviness. So the present is mostly involved in our past memories, because of which there is fear of the future. And then we imagine and add to our suffering by more imagination, that we suffer more from imagined suffering than from the real. So we have to learn how to handle the present. And the present is handled well only when you don't think of the past, because the past is a dead rat kept locked in the cupboard. If you just keep on thinking about the past, this is what it amounts to. And you know what happens? It begins to stink. So don't store the past memories. And don't think of the future, because we know nothing about the future. Anything can happen anytime. Anything can change. So that whatever we think of future can only be an imagination, and we should not indulge in that. For mostly people feel insecure, and this insecurity would give rise to many imagined sufferings. So when we go to a great Mahatma, a Mahatma, let's remember that he lives in the absolute, and he knows how to handle the relative. So all that we have to do is pray and pray that we remember them always. We remember God or the Guru all the time, praying that the best be done to us. And it's true that Bhagwan always said that every detail of everybody's life is being run only by the Divine, and whatever the Divine does at any moment is the best that can happen to us at that moment. We shall now offer our today's prayer at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. We pray to you again and again, a million times, for your immediate divine intervention to change the attitude of the whole world, where there is so much violence, even in the name of God. There is so much killing and enmity. We beg you, Bhagwan, to bring in peace and harmony, discipline and control, and unity into the lives of people, so that people will live a dharmic life with remembrance of God. We also pray to you to stop those violent wars immediately, so that peace and harmony be prevalent. We also beg you to bless the whole world, so that there will be no thought of enmity or no thought of war at all in any of the minds. We also beg you to keep under control all those sudden attacks of those vicious diseases, violent furies of nature, and those disastrous accidents. And above all this, Bhagwan, we beg you to uproot all the negativities of the human mind, those asuric thoughts which are responsible for violence upon other people, whichever country people belong to, whatever religion they have embraced. Everybody, without exception, will get trapped into some miserable event happening or the other, and that without help or protection. That's because of the law of karma, which is nothing but divine justice. And this will not spare anybody, and it's precise. And what's more, it doesn't wait for anybody's faith to grow. It is ruthless in its function. But then, fortunately for us, there is a law beyond this, and that's the law of costless grace, abhyaja karuna. So let's appeal to His compassion and generosity and pray that His grace should reach out to all those people all over the world so that they be free from their abject misery and be lifted to a higher plane. We also beg you, Bhagwan, to protect all those unselfish people who have been working hard for the welfare of the others. From what? From unhealthy, unworthy criticisms and aspersion. We beg you again to give a big boost to the economy of the country and its growth into very varied fields of activity so that India would reach that high status of the world teacher to conduct the whole world in the path of Dharma. We also pray to you in all earnestness for ceaseless chanting, joyful chanting, an unbroken remembrance of your teachings and leelas so that we assimilate and turn it into Atma Shakti and Bhagwan. We know that all of us are only instruments in your hands. We all the same, we pray to you that we be sattvic instruments in your hands and not akshasic, even by mistake. Please bless our everyday life so that we run it as an offering to you and not be caught by the temptations of Maya. We also seek that ultimate state of being, the state of bliss and peace, the state of pure awareness of yours. But then we need to be purified because there is so much of the world that has entered into our mind, and there is already the latent impressions of our past karmas, of past births. They are called vasanas. They are deep-rooted, because of which what happens, there will be sudden attacks of a meaningless fear, an unknown fear, a vicious fear. And there is this anger, this cruel anger, because of which we pour out words of fire on others. And then there is again this vicious jealousy, vengeance, passion, and sorrow. Yes, there are people who worry about every little thing. They are anxious all the time, and their anxiety seems to be their strength. And then they sorrow over, finally landing themselves in depression and lifelong medicine. But then your thunderous declaration that the divine name is a very powerful weapon, like an atom bomb, that it can completely destroy all the past sins and prevent us from further sins. It can also uproot what we call the vasanas, the deep-rooted impressions of the past janmas and karmas. We pray to you, Bhagwan, that we all be cleansed by your powerful name and become pure. Wherever we live in this world, whatever work falls into our hand, it's all His work. So let's try in the spirit of service, and that joyfully, without any unhealthy competition or jealousy, so that every action that we do will turn into Atma Shakti. Please bless us to practice acceptance of whatever life brings to us, be it a joy or sorrow. Coming from you, it can only be a great blessing in disguise, meant for our spiritual transformation, not for some fulfillment of the worldly desire. So no matter how much of a punishment it is, while it's happening, we still force ourselves to look upon it as a blessing. This is something we have to try hard and finally succeed. Every punishment that we get in life is not only because of our past bad karmas, or this God being God, so compassionate and generous, He puts a blessing even in that punishment. And those of us who are able to see that it carries a blessing, if we stubbornly think that whatever happening, whatever negative happening happens, it's still a positive happening, a blessing in disguise, meant for my spiritual growth. Then what happens? Sooner or later it will reveal how it is a blessing. And what's more, it will turn into higher wisdom. Otherwise we would collapse. We would try to move away from God or go in search of a better God who can give whatever we want. And then we blame others also bitterly for our own failures, little realizing we invite every negative happening of our life, every suffering by our past karmas. We pray to you, Bhagavan, to bless us all with gratitude to you, no matter what happens, for we now know it's a blessing in disguise. We also seek your powerful blessings for all the species of the cosmos to be lifted to a higher plane. And finally, we seek redemption, liberation from the vicious cycle of births and deaths, the root cause of which is aham bhava, I am the body, the ego I, the utter selfishness of I and mine. We beg you to approve this aham bhavam and promote atma bhavam so that we all be blessed with it, immortal life, that eternal living, in merger with you, or eternal servitude in surrender to you. You, that cosmic, eternal, supreme divinity. Jaya, Yogi Ramsuratkumar.